Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam sadashiva samarambam shankaracharya madhyamam asmadacharya paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter. We're seeing all heavens are subject to return, in the sense no one who goes to heaven can stay there permanently, because a time comes when the heavens themselves disappear. At the end of the kalpa, so they disappear. Kalpa is the duration of 1 day of Hiranyagarbha, or whom we call Brahmaji. And its duration is Sahasra Yuga, 1000 eons. Here Yuga means Chatur Yuga. Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. These 4 yugas put together is one Chatur Yuga. So the sets of 1000 Chatur Yuga is the daytime of Hiranyagarbha, also called Prajapati, or in one of the trinities we call this Brahmaji. In Purana there is no Brahmaji, there is no Ji. We are adding it because to distinguish between Brahma and Brahma. As far as Sanskrit is concerned, no problem. Brahma, neuter gender singular, means the all-pervasive Chaitanya Tattva. Brahma, masculine gender, so that is what is Prajapati, or one of the Trinity. Just for better understanding and no confusion should come, we for convenience say Brahmaji, a respect. Otherwise, in Shastra there is no Brahmaji there. Only what is there is Brahma, masculine, nominative, singular. Now, what is this period in terms of our chronology? Our chronology is what? 24 hours, 1 day, like that. 360 days as per the Hindu calendar, 360 days, like that. Then that, what is Adhik Mas, etc., all days are there. In terms of hours, what is the duration of 1 day of Hiranyagarbha or Prajapati or Brahmaji? I am giving a chronology, interesting. We should know it. It is from, I have got it from Manusmriti. It is in Bhagavad Purana also, a different Puranas, it must be there. So it is like this. Before entering, to know what is the duration of Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, etc. Between these two yugas, there is what is called as Sandhya period. Sandhya period, conjunction, period of joining. For example, day is over, night is coming, we call it dusk, Sandhya. Night is over, day is coming, dawn, Sandhya, like this. So Sandhya means Purva Sandhya Kala. Now Satya Yuga is to start. Before starting the period, now Satya Yuga is over, let us say. The Treta start. After Satya Yuga over, that period, it is called as Sandhyaamsha. Sandhya, before starting of the Yuga. Sandhyaamsha, after the end of the Yuga. Before the starting of the next Yuga. And this period is called as 100 years, but not our years. Divya Varsha. Divya Varsha means Devata Varsha. Our 360 years is equal to 1 year of Devatas. So therefore, 100 Divya Varsha will mean multiply by 360 years, that much our years. What is this Sandhya period? We can understand better by a revolving fan. A fan that was put off, you are putting on, and you are kept at a particular speed. Before it catches the speed, it slowly goes on accelerating. And then it's a whatever set speed it is going on. It will not suddenly go to the speed. There is a gradual movement, this period is required. Similarly, when you put off the fan, it won't stop immediately. Go on, the revolving will go on, reducing, etc. Like that. Before a yuga starts, Sandhya. After the yuga end is Sandhyaamsha. Now the actual duration of Satya Yuga, the first of its kind, is 4,800 divine years. Divya Varsha. 4,800 years is Satya Yuga. If you want it in human years, it is 17,28,000 human years. 17,28,000 human years is one Satya Yuga. Treta is 3,600 Divya Varsha. Divya Varsha, divine years, in human years, 12,96,000 human years. Dwapara Yuga. See, it is the multiples of 1200. Dwapara Yuga is 2,400 Divya Varsha, divine years, equivalent to 8,64,000 Manusha Varsha, human years, 8,64,000. Kali Yuga is 1200 Divya Varsha, equivalent to 4,32,000. Presently, we are in the Kali Yuga. Its duration, according to, of course, chronology, Manusmriti Bhagavad says 4,32,000. Out of which hardly about 6,000 years have elapsed since Bhagavan Krishna left the body. The starting of Kali Yuga. So now, you can find Kali Yuga least 1200 Divyarsha, double 2,400 Treta, triple, double Dwapara, triple Treta, 4 times Satyuga of Kali Yuga. All this put together, one Chaturyuga is 12,000 Deva Varsha, equivalent to 432 crores. Otherwise, you have 432 in front of that. Put 7 zeros. It amounts to 432 crores human years. This is equal to 1 kalpa, called here as Sahasra Chaturyuga. It is the daytime of Brahmaji or Hiranyagarbha. Then, like our 12 hours, equal 12 hours night. That duration is the sleep period of Hiranyagarbha. This is called as Dainandina Pralaya of Hiranyagarbha. When he sleeps, Panchamahabhutas are there. It is not Prakritik Pralaya. That Pralaya comes when Hiranyagarbha's lifespan gets over. Now you do one thing. 12 hours of Brahmaji's day, called 1 kalpa, is 432 crores human years, plus 432 human years night. How much? 864 crores human years. It is equal to 1 full day, 24 hours as it were, of Brahmaji. With this 1 day of unit, count 120 years. And that 120 years is the lifespan of Hiranyagarbha. Thereafter, even Panchamahabhutas get dissolved. So, when the Kalpa gets over, the Brahmaloka, etc., also what? Get ended. Means even Brahmaloka is not worth achieving proposal. Now, in this context, I would like to share with you I don't know what I'm to call it, whether a news or a fact, but according to me, it seems it is the truth. Whether you believe or not. I will give the source from where I have read it. And I will tell you afterward. I have got every reason to accept it because the source is authentic, which I have verified. We are presently in Kali Yuga, of which duration I have seen 4,32,000 human years. This is perfectly according to our chronology. There cannot be mistake. But this Kali Yuga, I repeat, you may believe or not believe, but this is what I have come across. This particular Kali Yuga of ours is a special Kali Yuga, unique Kali Yuga in the entire history of creation. What is that uniqueness? As you may know, in every Kali Yuga, when the dharma gets totally destroyed, at the end comes what? Of which avatar? Kalki avatar. You might have seen photographs also, riding on a horse with a sword, etc. Means punish the wicked and restore the dharma. It is said that the present Kali Yuga that we are is a special Yuga in the sense, in this Yuga, in this our present Yuga, Kali Yuga, Kalki avatar will not come in the usual form. On the contrary, it will come in 3 phases. You may wonder, out of which 2 phases are already over, and the 3rd phase is on the verge of announcement. You may ask me from where you all got this. This is a statement made by Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba many decades ago, which is recorded in a publication by their official publication. While conversing with a lady, he said, this is a special Kali Yuga wherein Kalki avatar will get divided into 3, and the method adopted will not be punishment card charged by the soul. The method will be out of love. You may ask, what are those 3? First is Shirdi Sai. Again, big questions will come. Whether he was a Hindu or a Muslim. I told you about this some time back. He was a Hindu. Father was Ganga Bhava. Mother was Devagiri Amma. Both were great devotees of Bhagavan Shiva. Anyway. But he was brought up by a Maulavi for some period, about few years. Then he was sent to ashram. Now, this is Shirdi Sai is the first one. Second one is Satya Sai. Third one is Prema Sai, which is on the verge of announcement. Announcement, I don't know. Maybe by 2028 to 2030. Of course, I'm told in the market there are many prema sais exploiting the gullible masses and minting money. The genuine one is yet to come. And it is known only when he announces that he is the genuine one. He is born, but announcement is waiting its time calendar. He is the third one, and will the photo finish in the work of all these three. जैसे अवतार comes what dharma samstapana. Shirdi Sai emphasize the unity about this divinity principle. Sabka Malik Ek Hai. At that time, Hindu-Muslim rift was too much. So whether you the Sabka Malik Ek Hai, the Bhagavad Tattva, Parameshwaratva, divinity principle is one. In fact, when he was there, Muslims also were equally devoted to Shirdi Sai Baba. When he left the body, there was a big dispute. Who has to take the body, whether Hindu community or Muslim community? Both are claiming the body that he is ours. It was the task of British district collector who investigated and finally came to the conclusion that it is Hindus who have to take, because many Hindu ritualist practices are going on. And from what he could understand, know from people what Shirdi Sai Baba said, Hindus only. Since then, Muslims got separated from his adoring him as such. Some maybe still today, I don't know. Yeah. So, Sabka Malik Ek Hai, divinity present one. Satya Sai Baba said, that divinity principle is in all. That's why he emphasized love all, serve all. Love all because one and the same divinity presence in everyone. That's what you serve all means, you are serving divinity principle. And he demonstrated it. Whether you accept Satya Sai Baba as avatar or not is not our topic here. But in the entire history of humanity, there is no person parallel to him, equal to him. In terms of dedicating the entire life for others. That's a unique phenomenon in the history of humanity. That one person on one side attracts a heap of praise, and the same person on the other side attracts a heap of calumny and criticism. And yet, he is unperturbed. He continues. Forget avatar. See the human being. There is no human being in the entire history of humanity equal to Satya Sai Baba. See, any avatar, by our observation, is not so hundreds of reasons can be given. But if you really avatar, there are a few signs, few clues. In contrast, the 100 reasons why is not so, which can be found only in avatar and never in anyone else. Generally, avatar doesn't exhibit these unless in the rare context. But in the case of life of Satya Sai Baba, many such occasions have got manifest. Look, I am telling this because whether you accept or not, I have tested Satya Sai Baba very, very critically on the touchstone of Shastra. Based on my finding, I am telling this. I was never attracted by the miracle, so-called miracles. I had nothing to do with that. But because there's the only avatar where such a big, huge literature is available. Left for us to do research. Anyway, that's fine. Lava Sarvam. Now, the Prem Sai is going to come with photo finish. You are the divinity principle. Tat Tvam Asi. And this is stated by Satya Sai only once. He has been in the body by 75 years. And he is going to leave the body around 2086. By the time he leaves the body, majority of the people in the entire globe, underline, will accept Sanatana Dharma. Remember, accept. Will accept Sanatana Dharma, not conversion. Present day conversion, Muni is behind that. Not conversion. People willingly will accept Sanatana Dharma. You will come to know that Vaidika Dharma, we are called Hindus, but what is Vaidika Dharma? Sanatana Dharma. That alone is the real Dharma. And by that time, not only in India, but all over the world, there will be Rama Rajya. Bharat is going to be the Vishwa Guru in this sense. Nowadays, people are talking about Bharat as Vishwa Guru because some GDP has gone up, some production has gone up. That is not a criterion. It is in the spiritual sense that Bharat is going to claim its past glory of being the Vishwa Guru. So, this is what it is. And this, it seems, these are told by Satya Sai Baba only. After the half of his lifespan, Prem Sai will spend most of his time in foreign countries, bringing an international harmony. Well, our context is special Kali Yuga. And Because of that, the duration of the Kali Yuga in this has got curtailed. And Satya Yuga is imminent, but there is going to be delivery pain, delivery trauma. Immediate forthcoming few years, our globe will face many challenges. Humans are going to face many challenges, of which COVID was the trailer. Of course, there will be temporary solutions for such challenges, but final solution can be only spirituality. And during this immediate forthcoming period, those who will not be able to adapt to dharma will be wiped out. Those who may not be dharmic but are available to follow dharma. Yes, sir. But those who cannot adapt to dharma, is wiped out. The example given by the source is, of course, this is not told by Satya Sai Baba, some other source. Like the leaves falling from the tree, people will be wiped out. No force in the world can stop this. Nowadays, in social media and by the thing, a lot of astrological predictions are coming. Some are hinting something on it. But something is in store. Next 6 to 10 years will tell what it is all about. Anyway, this is a period of special Kali Yuga. From other source, this was told by Satya Sai Baba. Look, please make use of me. Such avatar, that's what is that you may believe or you may not, doesn't come all the time. If you don't make use of me, there cannot be greater fools than you. No avatar mixes with the masses. No avatar counsels the masses. No avatar dines with the masses. No avatar sings with the masses. Make use of me. From other source, not from Satya Sai Baba. I come back to now. This period, special period of Kali Yuga, is very, very conducive for spiritual progress. Because the rating norms have been brought down. Understood what it is? Like this. See, I don't know nowadays what is the system of examination. Olden days, you have to have minimum 35%. Then you are pass. It's a joke. 35% knowledge, 65% ignorance, and you pass. What will it mean? The system. But now, it is slashed down. How much? 29%. Okay. 6% grace, pass. How much? 30%. Okay. 5% grace, pass. Like that, the rating has been brought down to make pass many people. But if we miss this chance, then usual rating will start from Satya Yuga. Whatever it will. Anyway, it is a matter of research because Satya Sai Baba, etc., if you go to media, all you know better what all things are going on, etc. Where going on? One thing from other source, Prem Sai is not going to mix with the masses like Satya Sai Baba. It will be more indrawn and access to him will not be that easy as in the case of Satya Sai Baba. Because masses could go to him. Of course, in an arranged, disciplined manner. Anyway, so that where chronology has come, I thought better I would share with this younger generation. May please make a note of this. The time will prove whether this is true or not. We elderly generation will not be there at that time. But among the listeners, younger generation can please make a note of it. Even I heard otherwise. This is not Satya Sai Baba, not by him. Next 25 years or so, Sanskrit will be more spoken language than English. In certain parts, Sanskrit will be administrative language. So I was telling jocularly some people, those who have got just now children or grandchildren, specialize them in Sanskrit. By the time they become 25, good opportunity will be there. It also said, by 20, 25 years, professionals like engineers, doctors, MBAs, etc., will not be in much demand as of today. On the contrary, Vedantins will be in much demand. Cycle is going to change. As for this call, what is this? Chronology. So, even Brahmalokas are not worth aspiring for. And what happens? All of us, the jivas, they get subject to repeated birth and death cycle called transmigration, Punarjanma. Unless you get Atma Jnana and say goodbye to this Jagat once forever, never to return. So therefore I say, at the end of the Kalpa, Hiranyagarbha Brahmaji goes to sleep. So all jivas are there as if hibernating, only to get manifest in terms of taking future births in the next kalpa. You know what is hibernating? Look, I think Bombay, it may not be the same. Okay, still where I'm staying, till few years, there are some ponds here. And the monsoon comes, you will hear loud croaking of the frogs. Ah, croak, 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 croak. Not cow, cow, not crowing, croaking, croaking of the. Nowadays, I think that pond must have got filled up. It is not heard much. So, when in the villages, etc., when monsoon comes, frogs come out. Not chotawala, big, big fellows. Where were they? They're under in the ground in the moisture. They're waiting for the monsoon to come. They were alive. See Bhagwan's creation. It has given us capacity to sustain them like that. That is what is called a hibernating period. As if in an unmanifest form. So when Hiranyagarbha, also called Prajapati or Brahmaji, goes to sleep, equal one kalpa duration, all jivas are in hibernating condition, only to revive in terms of future embodiment at the beginning of the new kalpa. So that is what is told. Verse 18. Avyaktadvyaktaya sarvaha prabhavantya ragami ratriagami praliyanti tatraiva vyakta saunyake sarvaha vyaktaya. All living beings, belonging to whichever species they may be. Ahaha agame. When the daytime of Prajapati comes, when the daytime of Hiranyagarbha comes, means next kalpa. Avyaktad. Be careful, this word avyakta, it has a different meaning. Literally, avyakta means unmanifest. Now, here avyakta is sleep of Prajapati Hiranyagarbha. From the sleep of this thing, avyakta. Prabhavanti. Vyaktaya, all beings what? Prabhavanti. They emerge. Whereas Ratriagame, when the kalpa is over, the night of Prajapati Hiranyagarbha starts. Tatra eva, there only, where avyakta saudnake, called avyakta, the sleep of Hiranyagarbha, what happens? Praliyanti, they merge. This shows that these living beings have no independence. With the cycle of day, the kalpa, night, end of the kalpa, these living beings helplessly get thrown in the world. They have no choice. They say, Bhuta grama saevayam bhutva bhutva praliyate ratriagame vashapartha prabhavatya ragame. Ayam bhuta grama. This congregation, this aggregate of all living beings, in every kalpa, bhutva bhutva pravidate, being born again and again, it what? Ratriagame pravidate. When the night of Prajapati has come, it merges back. How? Avashaha. Bhagavan puts a word there. Avashaha means helplessly. You are already programmed. You have no choice to get out of this unless you discover the divinity principle that is your real nature. So therefore, people have no choice here unless they gain Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. But beyond this, the seed of this creation, the entity is the most exalted. That was already told earlier. Omite Kaksharam Brahma, stanza 13. That has to be discovered. Unless you discover, you are getting subject to this transmigration. Helplessly, you can't do anything about that. So therefore, one has to discover that truth. Beyond parastasmatu bhavonyo vyakto vyakta sanatana yassa sarveshu bhuteshu nashatsu na vinashyati. Beyond this creation coming and going, Srishti coming and going in every kalpa, merging in the night of Hiranyagarbha. There is an entity which is most exalted, limitless happiness, never subject to destruction. And even if all embodiment get destroyed, that doesn't get destroyed. So it is distinct from the creation, distinct from all embodiment. Embodiment. And what is that? It says, Avyaktoksara uktitukta tamaho paramam gatim yam prapya na nivartanti taddhama paramam. It is called avyakta. Again, this avyakta, earlier avyakta was in the sense of sleep of Hiranyagarbha. Avyakta also means maya, unmanifest condition of the Jagat before creation. Avyakta in the sense atindriya, imperceptible, is an adjective for Akshara Brahma. So avyakta Akshara itukta. It is called Akshara Brahma, which is avyakta in the sense which is Indriya Agochara, not perceptibly available to Indriyas. And having got which, the individual jiva doesn't return to samsara, punarjanma, transmigration. Yam prapya nanivartante. Discover your real nature. No samsara at all. And taddhama paramam is the highest abode of me, Paramatma, Brahma, which is equally your nature. How to gain that? Purusha sapara partha Bhaktyalabhyastvananneya yasyantastani bhutani yena sarva midam tatam. That Purusha, that Akshara Chaitanya, Paramatma Tattva, Brahma, is called as what? Purusha. Yes, Purusha means not male. Sri Purusha, no. Purusha means two derivations can be seen. Purau Ushati. The one who abides in the Puri. Puri means the body, city. Puri means city. One who abides in the city called this body, Purusha. Or Purnatvat Purusha, who is full, complete in the sense, one who is limitless. See, Purna we translate as full and complete. It doesn't give much sense. It means Ananta, limitless. That which has no desha parichinata, no space limitation, that which has no kala parichinata, which has no time limitation, which has no vastu parichinata, object-wise limitation, that only that Ananta can be Purna. It can be only Sarvyapi Chaitanya Tattva. You may be aware of the famous Shanti Pata. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Upsishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. What is that Purna? Ananta. From that Ananta Brahma, this Ananta Jagat appears to be there. But that Ananta remains as Ananta only. So that is and that can be gained by Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti. There is nothing else Anya than this Paramatma Tattva. By such conviction, devotion, love to that. See, Bhakti is an indispensable means to gain Atma Jnana Brahma Jnana. Bhakti and Jnana are not at loggerheads. People not knowing what is Bhakti, people not knowing what is Jnana, they always make a bone of contention between Bhakti and Jnana. It is not so. Bhakti is necessary to tune yourself to Ishvara in such a way that you get the disposition to know what you are in reality, that you are nothing but Parameshwar Tattva. So therefore, that Purusha in which all beings abide, which pervades everything, Yasya Antasthani Bhutani, entire cosmos, including living beings, abide in which one Chaitanya Tattva, Paramatma Tattva, Brahma Tattva. Yena Sarvamidam Tatam, by which everything is pervaded. See, how can we miss that Paramatma Tattva? We are missing because of lack of Shraddha in the Shastra. Everything abides in that. Everything is filled with that. That's why called Purusha. It can be gained by Bhakti. Little more about the Bhakti we'll see next time. The question is, can you please elaborate the distinction between Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma, or otherwise also called as Sakara Brahma and Nirakara Brahma. Distinction between Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma. Brahma is always Nirguna, free from attributes, free from features, homogeneous mass of Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone, pure awareness principle. No attributes. Nirguna means nirvishesha, attributeless, featureless. Fine. What is Saguna Brahma? Same Brahma when it appears as Ishvara, Ishvara Tattva, Bhagavad Tattva, taking care of or looking after Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, wielding the power of creation. It is called Saguna Brahma. So Saguna Brahma is nothing but Ishvara Tattva with a form. And that form can be any form because all omnipotent Ishvara can take any form required for a particular mission. That's why you have got innumerable forms of avatars. From the reality standpoint, between Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma, no distinction because one and the same. The role is different. Nirguna Brahma is without role. Saguna Brahma has got a role. Or we can say, water and ice cube. Water has no form. Ice cube has a form. But both are essentially one and the same water, H2O. So therefore, from the practical standpoint, we should not make much distinction between Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma unless theoretically the context demands. See, for example, Adi Shankaracharya, who made Advaita more clear, not that he started it, Advaita more clear. He knew the role of bhakti. That's why when, see, Adi Shankaracharya helped the mukshus at three levels. Those who have got acute intelligence, all bhashas, etc., direct study of Upanishad. Those who could not, for them Prakarana Granthas. Same thing in that different topic-wise treatises. Vedanta only. Those who could not make use of that also, stotras. How many prayers and stotras he has composed to help the common man? So highlighting bhakti. So therefore, bhakti is an essential means of gaining Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. Of course, certain bhaktas, not knowing what can be the stature of Advaya Brahma, even go to the extent of condemning Advaita Tattva. I've seen a commentary on Bhagavad Gita. Person is a great devotee, no doubt, you can't question. But in the first paragraph itself, he is abusing Adi Shankaracharya because of for his Advaita Mata. See the height of intolerance. I would suggest all these devotees one thing. Before that, I'll ask them, have you got full Shraddha in Bhagavan, whose bhakti you are taking to? If the true devotee has to say yes. If you have got full Shraddha in Bhagavan, whether Bhagavan knows that ultimate reality is the one without the second, or duality is the ultimate reality. Is it not? If that is the case, why don't you leave the matter to Bhagavan and pray to Bhagavan? Please tell me the truth. Why do you philosophize that Dvaita alone is real and not Advaita? And if you can't abide by Bhagavan's thing, your bhakti is questionable. Whatever it may be, they may be. But I would recommend to the mumukshus who get caught up in this dispute, if you have got real devotion, have that Shraddha. My Bhagavan knows the ultimate truth. Dvaita or Advaita, he will guide me. Have that full Shraddha, you will get the guidance. Interesting, in Yoga Vasishta, Valmiki narrated the entire thing to Bharadwaja, great disciple. After listening to this, Bharadwaja says, Mune, where is Rama? He got the knowledge. Where am I? I have not got the knowledge. At the end of listening to Yoga Vasishta, Valmiki knew Bharadwaja was a brilliant student. He scolds him. Where your buddhi has gone now? Would you not get this knowledge? Well, he gives him a remedy. Bhaja sambharita bhogam paramesham jagat guru. Bhaja, take to the devotion, serve, seek paramesham, Parameshwara, Paramatma, Jagat Guru, the Guru of all. And who is he? Sambharita Abhogam. Sambharita Abhogam, in the sense, who wields different embodiments at different times to take an avatar to help the humanity. Bhajasambharita bhogam paramesham jagadguru. Let's take to devotion to Saguna Brahma. So let us not enter into Saguna superior or Nirguna superior. One and the same thing from two different standpoints. We have to travel from Saguna to Nirguna. There's no other way as such. It is that. So long as we have the I notion of the body, Ishvara Tattva is, Saguna Brahma Tattva is indispensable. Bhakti is indispensable. So therefore, leave aside this notion of distinction between Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma. There are two facets. One is ultimate truth, other is a in between, a status for a specific purpose. Both are, this Saguna serves the means for Nirguna. I think there is enough. Om Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.